Winnie the Pooh still has not gotten enough honey. We know he loves his honey, can't get enough of it, and he's back again for some more. And some more blood. Hey, he likes blood too, plenty of it, and so he's back for some more of both of those things. Probably more blood actually than honey. But anyway, let's get into the IMDb plot and then talk about this one. Not wanting to live in the shadows any longer, Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, Owl, and Tigger take their fight to the town of Ashdown, leaving a bloody trail of death and mayhem in their wake. Sentences you never thought you would hear with Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, and Piglet, and so forth. Oh, so crazy world we are in right now with all this Disney butchering, characters and stuff. And this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning. As we've heard announced, there's going to be more craziness to come from these people and many others that are just going at it with all these characters. Yeah, so it is a thing. As I'll say it, as a fan of Disney, I'm still not so sure how I really feel about all this. But it is what it is, and as someone who comes on here a lot and wants original horror, I guess it is original horror in a way when you have these characters that you would have never thought would turn bad and evil and are now killing people left and right. Then again, you could have created, a bear-like person or whatever, and had them go on a terror streak, and you just couldn't have called him Winnie and kind of tied in Christopher Robin. You could have called him Jack Smith or whatever and thrown him in a forest, and I don't know where the exact copyright kind of boundaries end, but I guess you could have done something. But at the end of the day, it really means more because you have Winnie the Pooh and Owl and Piglet and Tigger and Christopher Robin, and you can put those names there and just make it all evil. So yeah, it does mean more. It will draw more tickets than if you had created like Crazy the Bear is going to kill Jack Smith, and nobody's going to watch that. You put that on Kickstarter and nobody is giving that a dime. But this one, obviously, you stick Winnie the Pooh's name in there. Yes, I want to see Winnie the Pooh go wild on Christopher Robin and all his friends. Yeah, so, yeah. So, I don't, as I started, this one kind of starts and kind of goes at it. Winnie and his friends there kind of still pissed. I was kind of trying to remember what I remembered from the first one. And, I remember Winnie was kind of pissed in that one too. He's a really pissed off bear, and really doesn't, pissed off by what Christopher Robin did with him. And, I such a bad memory that I was really having a hard time thinking of the connection with Winnie and Christopher Robin in the first one, and then Winnie and Christopher in this one, or who the hell was taking issue with Pooh in the first. I don't know. I don't have it enough in me to watch the original again to kind of figure out who is who and what is what there. So yeah, I was a little confused by who I had seen in the first movie and who was in this movie, but I don't remember if when the first one was Christopher Robin or just some guy that he was mad at or whatever. I don't know. That's besides the point. My confusion is not your confusion. I'm pretty sure that some of you guys had this down pat and going here. So, and really at the end of the day, it's really not important. Basically, what I do remember from the first one and what is clearly seen in this one, and the really good of both movies, is that when it comes time for any of these characters, Winnie, Tigger, Pooh, Piglet, whoever it is, to kill somebody and to do it, that is the movie. That is where the movie is. It is just torturing people, mutilating them, blood everywhere. Early in the movie, he's, just got a woman on the floor and just pull one arm up here, pull another arm up there, and we're just gonna go at it. Yeah, I should have said at the beginning, this is fairly new movie, so it'll kind of be spoiler free. I don't know what we're spoiling. But yeah, so I just gave it away that some woman is gonna get ripped apart. Yeah, I don't even think I could give anything away if I wanted to. But yeah, to me that's really, once you get past the name and all that, to me that's all that's really important here, is to watch these characters and whoever the hell else they're killing. Why they're killing, this feud with Christopher Robin. It's good story. Obviously, you need a story to have the movie. It is part of the Pooh universe, so it's good to have. But at the end of the day, for me, it means nothing, and I'm just not gonna follow that confusion. Like I said, I was very confused with who the hell I saw in the first movie. Whatever. I'm still confused. Maybe I'll take some time to unconfuse myself. But forget all that. It is about their revenge, about them killing people. There's these people, these girls in the beginning that they killed. Then there's some cops that they killed. Then there's some hunters that are gonna come. Oh, we're gonna get Winnie the Pooh. No, you're not. They just gonna kill everybody. So there's even a huge scene where all these people are. How did they even end up there? I don't even know what. It was like a huge party or whatever, and Tigger and Pooh and they were just all, they just come there, and it is go time. It is, we're going to kill as many people as we can, and Tigger is there and he's ripping apart people, and Pooh is squashing people, and it is just a bloodbath of a scene here. To me, that is just the movie. To me, that is all I'm really watching here, because otherwise, again, like I kind of led at the top here, we're using Winnie the Pooh as, the go as to get people to watch this. We're trying to follow some kind of storyline connection between them and Christopher Robin, and kind of changing it up in a way and making them mad at each other and so forth. And doing, we do spend some time with, like, it was Christopher Robin or whatever, and kind of seeing his issues or whatever his problem is. But whatever, really, at the end of the day, is we're here to see this group of, people kill other people. You could have replaced them in any other horror movie, take them out, create some other monsters there in a forest, and piss at people, and we're going to kill everybody. And again, it just happens to be Winnie the Pooh's name on here. I'm really stripping it down here, but come on, it is why you do this. It is, okay, we're free to use Winnie's, the Pooh's name, so we're just going to stick him in there as opposed to any other whatever, and have him kill people. So, he is really weird looking. You see that in the first one. All the characters, Al is kind of pretty cool because, he's kind of got these wings and kind of flying and stuff. But Tigger looked really weird. I don't know. Maybe I would have liked to see him bounce around more, and he is kind of a cat, and they did make kind of use of his claws and so forth. Maybe he should have bounced a little more, or hell, maybe he doesn't do that anymore. This is not the same Tigger. He's over bouncing. He's into killing people. Why is he going to bounce for? I don't know. As far as those kills, like I said, there's some really good ones, some really painful ones. There's blood everywhere. That's good. I'm always down for that. Pools of blood and everything. some of it, is executed better than others. Tigger is in one scene and he's just kind of going at it, he's like, "Bleh," and it seemed, I'm not, one to complain always about overkill, but it seemed like a little overkill. And then it just seemed like they were doing the same shot and just kind of going back and forth. I don't know if they really did that or not. It just seemed that way. It just seemed a little much with what they did there. I think in the first one, I kind of felt the same way, that some of the killing just seemed repetitive, and I almost got the same kind of feeling here, or it maybe because there was just a lot of it that it seemed that way. But I'm, again, at the end of the day, all for it. I mean, the more people you kill and blah, blah, blah. I mean, it is obviously a dark setting there in the forest. The forest isn't the forest you see in the cartoon or whatever. It's big, bright, and shiny and all that. Even on a rainy day, it is still bright and shiny. This is dark and just at night, and you just don't want to be there and whatever. So, some of the darkness does make you miss some things, or some things that maybe you would want to see maybe with a little more light and a little more clear. I know I nitpick at that all the time. I want to see things, and sometimes I feel I don't see it. Maybe I need to get I do have my eyes checked, but whatever. I'm blind anyway, but still, like, I want to see more, and sometimes I feel like they're putting me in the dark here, and I can't see what I want to see. Maybe they need to create some technology where, like, if I want to see the scene, I can just, like, stick the flashlight in there and be like, I saw it. I don't know. But yeah, a little dark in some places and whatever, and whatever. I mean, it is dark film, whatever, but I would have liked to see some more. But yeah, and I guess when it ends, I mean, like I said, we already know they're going to do more of this craziness with Pooh and even other characters. But yeah, they clearly leave off that the story is not over. I also thought, I guess that kind of is in a spoiler way, but how can I say this without kind of ruining it? Let's just say the end, how simple it ended up at the end of the day. I don't know how to say this without spoiling it. Just seemed too simple. After everything that happened, and even some of the stuff that I kind of remember happening in the first one, it just at the end point there just seemed too simple. But they did obviously leave some mystery there. Maybe it wasn't so simple. It just, at that moment, it seemed too simple. But then where they ultimately leave it off, maybe it's not. So that probably didn't make any sense, so I apologize. My aim to not spoil things. But yeah, there will be more and so forth. So I don't know if I've said all that much for you here. Basically, I don't know your feelings on Winnie the Pooh or not, but if you wanted to see him turned into an evil thing that kills people, this movie is definitely for you. If you want to see a bunch of people die and you're into blood and guts like I am, this movie's probably for you. If you're don't need too huge of a story, and again, I'm not taking anything away from the writers here and everything they did. There is an attempt of story there. I'm just not diving myself into it. I'm letting it be whatever. I'm here to see what the killings and whatever the hell it is Pooh and his crew are doing. I'm not really investing myself into the story here. So maybe you like the story, maybe you don't. Maybe you also don't care like I do. I'm just not going to invest myself into it. So yeah, so again, I don't know what I've really told you or not, but that if you're into just those few things that I've said, then you may want to watch this movie and you may enjoy this movie. If not, then if you're not into those things, or you're really sad, you don't want to see Pooh and Tigger and all of them in this different light, just don't watch them. And if you've skipped part one, then you're probably going to skip this one for those reasons. But if you watched part one, I don't see why you wouldn't just watch this one. It's just more of the characters butchering more people, and that's it. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna give it two pools of blood. I'm not gonna overdo it and get over crazy here just because they use Winnie the Pooh. I appreciate the kills and the blood and the guts and so forth. But I take that for what it is, and it is. Some are good, some maybe not as good. Definitely that one where he tortures that poor woman before whatever. That one was probably one of my favorites. Obviously a standout in the film, I think, if you watch it. But yeah, some are good, some are not good, some good, but blood and guts and all that. And I know I usually get more for blood and guts, but usually there's other stuff, and I don't know, whatever. I'm just giving this one two pools of blood. I don't remember what I gave part one, but I'm not imagine it's somewhere along the lines. Yeah, so with that, horrorsquarereviews.blogspot.com is where you can find all my reviews, written and video. But obviously mostly video reviews of late, so you can like and subscribe and do everything that everybody wants you to do here on YouTube. But if not, no worries, it's truly okay. But I thank you for your time regardless. And Twitter, Facebook, information down below as well. Feel free to reach out to me there, talk about this movie, other movies, something you want me to review, horror, whatever. And definitely in the comment section, if you want to clear up any of my confusions there about Christopher Robin and who the hell was in the first movie and this movie, I don't know, whatever. Or again, just don't even save your breath. Whether you like the movie or not, feel free to comment down below. And with that, I will catch you on the next review, horror fans.